Hey everyone, this is Rose with the Budding Intuitive. Thank you for being here. I well, I wanted to play. I'm in a playful mood, and I've been thinking a lot about So what I've been pondering lately quite a bit is balancing out my 3D and my 5D realities. I'm feeling a lot of imbalance because I'm trying to, is amalgamate the right word? Alchemize. I'm trying to not turn one into the other, so it's not alchemize. I'm trying to take several different things at once to create a more spiritual life. So some of those things are 3D and some of those things are 5D, and I'm trying to bring them together in the middle for balance, right? So I'm trying to, I guess maybe it's a sort of an alchemization. And I just wanted to do a reading about it for the Divine Feminine, and then possibly I'll do the Divine Masculine. Why not, right? And let's see how this one goes. So I'm going to start with an archetype card, unless more than one wants to come out. We're going to start with what energy the Divine Feminine is showing up in. And we're going to also talk about what's going on 3D wise, what's going on in the 3D and what the challenges are in the 3D, what's going on in the 5D, what those challenges are, and what is connecting the two, what is connecting the 3D and the 5D for the Divine Feminine. I also want to look at what's unknown right now, 3D and 5D, and also how the Divine Feminine is feeling about the 3D and the 5D, and what is connecting those two energies. And then an outcome card, just to see what the whatever wants to come out, whatever message wants to come out for the final outcome. You will be getting some advice for that final outcome, okay? Unless I get waylaid, which it happens, right? It happens. Again, this is for fun. Just want to see what happens. All right, Divine Feminines, my dears, my friends. Here we go. What energy are my Divine Feminines showing up? Child Divine showing up in the reverse position. That's okay, no worries. So let's look at both shadow and light attributes to see where we fall, where we fall in between these two dichotomies. So light attribute for Child Divine is innocence, purity, and redemption, suggests a special connection with the divine. Well, of course, right? We are all children of the divine. Yes, the Divine Feminine. Shadow is an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. So if you are aligning as a Divine Feminine, whether you're male or female right now, doesn't matter. In the shadow, since it came in the reverse, having that so you may be showing up in the energy of not being able to protect yourself against negative forces, energies, entities, attachments. I think we all kind of, I don't want to say the word struggle, but I think we all go through those phases where you feel like you're protected, you feel like you're doing all the protective visualizations and rituals, and yet someone still some negative energy still manages to get it past your defenses, right? I get it, believe me, it happens all the time. So just maybe a little bit of feeling tired, possibly, maybe drained because of these negative forces. You may be showing up here a little bit in the feeling, what's the word? Not exhausted, there's another word. Depleted comes up quite a bit. So let's see here. What are we? I think I'm gonna go with my Souls on Fire deck, because Souls on Fire, she is all about teaching people on the spiritual path who are teachers, light workers, guides, healers. So her energy of her deck is already in line with the Divine Feminine. So I think it's Perfect. I will lay the cards out and then we'll talk about it. I will pull a card from under the deck to see what other energies are showing up in the subconscious. For the Divine Feminine. So let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, the cards are flowing very nicely. Very nicely. I love when they shuffle this way. The energy is very like fluid, very clear, very precise. Ah, yes. Okay, we got the message to go for it. All right, underneath, we've got you showing up again. So a little weakened. So the message is similar, right? We just got this message that you may feel a little depleted. And hey, we all go through that, right? A little bit depleted, and let's keep going. Let's lay these cards out. I will tell you what the placements are. So we've got, the left side's going to be the 3D side, so our practical everyday life, what's going on there. On the right is going to be the 5D. So let's go. Do I want to use two different decks? That is a good question. I'm going to stick with one deck, and then if we clarify, I'll use a different deck. So this is your 3D. This is what's going on in the 3D. 4 of Cups in the reverse. Again, we'll talk about this after I lay everything out. What's going on in the 5D? 6 of Cups. What is the connecting energy between the 3D and the 5D? Oh, 5 of Wands. Struggle. I have this written down. Sorry, I keep trying to... I just put this layout together for you today. That's what I told you I'm playing. I just put this layout together. Why is this not showing up right here? And it's a new layout, but I like playing with new layouts to see what comes. I'm in a playful mood. I need to be playful. I haven't had enough play, joy, laughter lately, so I'm gonna do what I want. All right, so blocks for the 3D showing up as 10 of Pentacles. Blocks for the 5D showing up as the 4 of Wands. The connecting energy between the two, oh wow, is the Empress. Nice. I'm always doing this. I got to get myself some more room here. Leaving plenty of space for clarifiers if we need them. Okay. 3D, 5D, connecting energy. What's unknown? 3D. 8 of Swords. What's unknown is I'm locked in my own mental prison. I think it's probably actually known. So unknown in the 5D, Temperance. Connecting energy between the two, Queen of Wands in the reverse. Is that the only reverse card so far? Wow. Interesting. All right. Rose did not plan for this layout. Bear with me. All right. How you feel about what's going on in the 3D right now? Oh, wow. You know. How you feel is you are very aware of your ascension into the 5D. Holy crud. This is the Raising Consciousness card. This is why I wanted to use this deck. This is an extra card in her deck. It's not in the normal tarot deck. She added it because she felt the need for people to see that they are ascending, and it's a confirmation of ascension. 5D, how the Divine Feminine feels about the 5D. A nice 6 of Wands. And the connecting energy between the two is the King of Cups in the reverse. Connecting energy between the 3D and the 5D. Sorry, I keep moving everything all over the place. I don't want you seeing my mop over there. I don't want you seeing everything else. Hello. Final outcome card. 10 of Wands, releasing burdens. I dig that. So I'm just going to leave that here, releasing burdens. Oh, what's right under that is Wheel of Fortune. I love that. Change, my friends. Change and choice. Change and choice. A choice around what? Uh-oh, the Emperor showing up. All right, I'm going to stop right there. I don't want to keep going that route. I actually don't want to put those down there. So the outcome card is release, a release of burdens. All right, let's talk about this, my divine feminines. In the 3D, the energy of the 3D for the divine feminines is maybe a feeling of a missed opportunity of some kind. In the 5D, we've got the Six of Cups, right? So this is memories, possibly an apology, nostalgia. So in the 5D, interesting that memories and nostalgia is coming up. That the connecting energy between the 5D and the 3D is some type of conflict, competition here. So this makes sense to me. Your conflict is around feeling as though you're missing, so in the 3D, you're feeling as though you're missing out on some opportunity. Some gift has been lost. And yet here is the gift showing up again in this card. So you haven't lost anything. It's as you're... In the 5D, nostalgia is showing up. I want to keep going because I'm going to pull more cards. Let's just kind of talk about these and then we'll clarify a little further, okay? What are the blocks in the 5D? 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. Hang on here. I got to turn... So a block is around, so in the 3D, makes sense, especially if I apply it to myself. In the 3D, missed opportunities, maybe a little bit of ingratitude showing up. You're not seeing the gift, right? There's something that you're doing in the 3D that's making you feel like you're missing out here. Or maybe you're not seeing that you've missed out on something. But the block is around money. Wanting to make money on this spiritual path. So this is the block. The block being money means to me, so if I apply it to some universal collective energy, the divine feminine often struggles, right? Here's your struggle card, with how to make a living doing the spiritual, working the spiritual path. And I just got another message, going back to that Six of Cups in the upper right-hand corner. The struggle between, there's some message trying to come out here. So there's something coming through about dwelling on the past here. It's as though in the 5D, you're looking back. The struggle is you're looking back on something you lost. That's the general energy. Something you feel like, and maybe feeling negative and ungrateful about it. So you're struggling between that you're back and forth between, and you're in your 5D, you're like, I need to move on from this, right? I need to possibly do some inner child healing, some child wounding or healing needs to be addressed. The block being, okay, so now I'm again back here where I was in the blocks. In the blockages, you got 10 of Pentacles. So block is creating abundance for yourself in the 3D. So in the physical 3D, trying to make sure you're stable financially, right? I think that's really about finances here. In the 5D, the block is the Four of Wands card, the celebratory happy life, happy home 1111 card. So so here's what I'm getting. So the connecting energy between the two is the Empress. She's birthing that new thing, right? So you want to you want to be financially stable as you birth your new spiritual. This is where you want to be. You want to be, right? Divine Feminine. You want to celebrate your fertility. You want to be in this 1111 energy. You want but you got to be financially stable. That's where that conflict card is coming in. So with that Empress in the center as the connecting energy, it's saying you're birthing both. You are succeeding in balancing the 3D stability with the 5D. You're birthing it. Even though these are the blocks, I feel like it's saying with the Empress in the center, it's like, it's okay, you're doing it. It may not seem like you're doing it. It may not seem like you're doing it. Interesting. So in your 3D, the unknown is showing up as Eight of Swords. This is what I indicated, that this would be the unknown. Maybe you don't know how your limiting beliefs are keeping you stuck. You're all up in your head, you feel blindfolded, you feel bound, and you feel surrounded by swords. You feel like you're in a prison, but you're created by your own thoughts in the 3D. And this mental prison has to do with a feeling like you've lost out on an opportunity. You're a little negative, a little ungrateful possibly. Don't shoot the messenger. You're concerned about, you're all up in your head about your financial stability. This is the 3D side, remember. Okay. And then over here in the 5D, we've got Temperance, right? We've got the Alchemy card. Turning water into wine, turning metal into gold, moderation in all things. It's the angel, Temperance. In the unknown position, to me, it's like you're not even realizing how, it's as though you're not realizing how you're already balancing out I'm trying to get this out of I'm having a hard time verbalizing it. You're already doing it. You're already balancing it out. It just doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it. You don't feel the energy connecting you is the energy connecting the 3D and the 5D is this Queen of Wands energy in the reverse. And the Queen of Wands, she's the creative, passionate queen. She's the one with that spark of inspiration. There's a real disconnect, right? There's a disconnect between your 3D and your 5D unknown, so it's unknown to you. And so I'm finding this fascinating, so I'm kind of taking my time reading the cards. So there's fear. There's fear here, and there's fear in the connecting energy here as well. Fear in the connecting energy. So really maintaining your passion for this, the balance of the 5D with the 3D, where you get to do your spiritual light working duties. Can't call them duties, because we love what we do spiritually. We love to help other people. but there's a need to work on the confidence here. Lots of fears showing up. But the Temperance card is here in the 5D to say, I know, I'm okay. All your 5D cards are beautiful. 6 of Cups, 4 of Wands, Temperance, 6 of Wands, two sixes, balance. I think this is amazing. Raising consciousness is showing up. So this is how you feel about this 3D, 5D balance for the Divine Feminine. How you feel is, yeah, babe, I am ascending. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. In the 5D, 6 of Wands, you already feel like you're there. Again, you got Temperance above it. You got 3 cards of balance and 1 card of celebration. So in the 5D, you're like, I'm all over this. It's in the 3D where we get kind of bogged down, right? It's interesting. You feel great in the 5D. And this makes sense to me personally. I feel better when I am completely in the flow of the universe with spirit. When I'm like this right now, when I'm in communication with spirit is speaking through me, using me as a vessel or a conduit, that's when I feel my best. That's why these cards on the 5D side are like, yeah, we're doing it. We're balancing it all out. But as the connecting energy shows us, there's the imbalance showing up a little bit of conflict, internal. This is great right here, though. You're birthing this balance, this financial stability, the celebratory feeling that you've in your 5D. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You're going to birth your financial stability. You're going to get creative about it. The Queen of Wands is in reverse, but I believe I don't think because she's in the reverse, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get inspired again. I might pull a card on that. Let's see. Let me finish this bottom row. I'm jumping all over the place a little bit. So we didn't talk about the Knight of Cups, or the King of Cups in the reverse. And the connecting energy to me that's interesting. That's really interesting. Because you've got, I know I'm ascending. Over here you're like, yeah, damn it, I'm doing this. 6 of Wands, I'm victorious. I'm being recognized for my spiritual work. This King of Cups, maybe talking about, maybe you're just feeling a little bit moody about, so in the connecting energy, it's maybe making you feel a little off kilter, a little moody, a little sad, a little depressed. One day you're up, one day you're down. I want to get a card on the Queen of Wands in reverse. Can you tell me more about this connecting energy, the Queen of Wands in reverse, please? Can you tell me about the Queen of Wands in reverse? Whoa, that's way too many cards. Like 20 cards. Do I need to switch decks? Ooh. The Queen of Wands. We got the Knight of Cups showing up. The Ten of Cups showing up. These are 2 great cards to have. So possibly in your connecting energy, to me, because this is about your 3D, your 5D, and balancing it out, Divine Feminine. To me, it's like you offering your healing services, your healing modalities, whatever it is, whatever light worker gift you have, brings you much joy in your Ten of Cups. It brings you so much joy. And I say, let's cover up that Queen of Wands. I believe that maybe you've lost a little bit of motivation and inspiration. What will inspire our divine feminine? A little less. So this is Seven of Wands in reverse. So maybe there's been some overprotection. Remember we talked at that about the child divine having to protect ourselves as empaths? Well, maybe there's you're a little too cut off, shut down. Maybe a little heart opening is in order. Yes, we still have to protect ourselves energetically, but are you protecting yourself in the 3D a little too much, where you're shut off from community? Can you tell me more about the Seven of Wands in reverse, please? Well, that clinches it. Whatever you're protecting yourself from, and it looks like a possible heartbreak. And remember, heartbreak can be around any situation. A lot of things can cause heartbreak. So your heart may be shut down here. I think what it's saying is you're cutting yourself off by having a closed off heart. Time to work on your heart chakra. Yeah, time to work on your heart chakra. They got the World card because you're ending a cycle and walking through the portal into a new cycle on this side over here. So you're, this is beautiful, beautiful cards. Temperance on your energy on your 5D side. Yeah, a little heart chakra work is in order, divine feminines. Yeah, this just flew out. Time to, it came out this way. Time to release sadness and regret, because it's what's holding you back a little bit. You're a little bit really protecting the heart here. So we got the Ten of Wands as a final outcome. You are releasing burdens. Let's see. Let's get some advice and guidance from Spirit here through our Archangel Metatron cards. So if we're talking about the 5D, let's get with the Archangels and see what they have to say here for you. To me, it feels, divine feminine, as though you're very aware. You're very aware of this 3D, 5D balance, and that it's not always an easy balancing act. In your 3D, you don't feel like you're doing it. In your 5D, you're like, I am doing it. It's the 3D is where we get, like I said, we get bogged down in the 3D. So you're concerned about financial stability. You're a little bit closed off at the heart space. So some meditation, some yoga, some pranayama, chakra opening, chakra work, cleansing, and maybe I might even pull a chakra card, see what shows up. Just like I said, this is for fun, so let's do what we feel what we do. Alrighty, here we go. We're gonna cut the deck and see what shows up. Signs from Spirit with love. Yeah, you're already getting the signs. So if you're not aware of the signs, it may be time to start checking in. Birds, feathers, pennies on the ground, oddities, odd synchronicities, numbers, repeating numbers. Messages from ancestors showing up in various ways. Ooh, this is not one I've gotten very often, or at all, I don't think. Metatron, since I haven't gotten this one before, oh, it says always open, 27, that's a 9 card. You know what, let me pull the book on that, because I have not read this one before. Wow, that's amazing that this one is showing up. I love that it's a rainbow. The rainbow bridge is never closed. It is always open and offers a portal through which you can be in touch with those you have loved but have now passed on. Okay. So, your ancestors are sending you signs, my darlings. If you have some passed on loved ones, they are trying to communicate with you. There is no doubt in my mind since we got this rainbow bridge. Let's see. No one crosses over this bridge before their soul has agreed to go. It is a bridge of light that eases transition, comforts the soul, and signals to those waiting to greet the new, tired soul that a celebration on the other side of the veil is to happen. Healing and recuperation may also be needed. So this is organized too. No one crosses the rainbow bridge alone. All are met by angels and by those whom they have known in this life as well as in the past lives. You are pulling this card to remind you that those you love are still with you. You may no longer be able to see them in physical form, but they are just as real in spiritual form as they ever were to you. I think it's profound that we got these two cards, because I can tell you from personal experience, yeah, and you got higher realms and magic, which is another 9 card. So you got two 9s in a row. So what I was going to say was I got sidetracked when I pulled that lilac card. My mom passed away in January of this year, and I know she's communicating with me on a regular basis. In fact, what's interesting, in some tarot readings that I do, I am sometimes the word, I'll say something like, well, sweetie, it's okay. And it's not a word I say. It's not something I do. It's not really something I ever, I don't talk to people that way. It's not my word. I say other things, right? It's not my endearment, but it's my mom's endearment. So I know, I'm going to cry, sorry. I know that when that word pops out of my mouth when I'm doing a tarot reading, that my mom is showing up big time for the reading. So what I'm telling you is, if you have, even if they don't have to be recently passed like my mom is, but if you're seeing certain types of birds, birds are huge for me. I live in South Florida, and the wild green parakeets, the mourning doves, I've got the ibis, I don't know if it's IBIS. They are always in my front yard for deep, like they've got those long and deep probing beaks. But birds are huge for me. They communicate to me all the time. I get the feathers all the time. The signs are always there. And my mom has actually come to me in an energetic way. One day she had me feeling so good I thought I was high on some kind of drug. And I knew it wasn't me. It wasn't me at all. Because I was not feeling great up until that point. Because, I'm still grieving, Mom. Lilac is also a card I haven't pulled very often, so let me please just really quickly take a look. Let me peruse. It says, when did you stop believing in magic? Oh, interesting, Divine Feminines. So, I'm not going to read that, but to me it's talking about not letting the 3D keep you from your 5D. Don't let the 3D keep you so out of balance that you can't balance the 3D and the 5D out. And what does that look like, right? So whatever your light worker skill is, maybe you're working some corporate job, but you're a Reiki healer. I'm just going to use this as an example. So one of my favorite readers talks about this all the time, and I love it because it's how do you bring your light working skills to your place of work, or vice versa, until you can create a life that's completely like bringing your spiritual philosophies into your work. And sometimes we've got to cut some of that. Sometimes we move on from the corporate job, but you're really afraid that you're not going to be able to make enough money at it. And I know that's a difficult transition. I'd like to get some advice on those of you who are trying to transition from, they already know the question because I already threw out the cards, the transition from the 3D, to transition into doing the work that you came here to do. And we got 3 cards in reverse. 2 of them are major arcana, however you like to say it. Lack mentality, hermit mode, depression, and feeling weak. This feels very heavy to me. Have you been feeling completely we talked about depletion earlier. So maybe what's showing up in this card, this child divine, this an ability to defend oneself against negative forces, whatever those negative forces, energies are. It's brought you to a place of depletion, and you've gone way deep within, trying to look for the wisdom. But you may be stuck. There may be some depression here, some feelings of weakness. Can we please get some guidance here for some really practical guidance, please? Because this feels very heavy as our divine feminines try to balance out the 3D and the 5D lives. We want to move. We want to be more 5D. We want to be completely 5D, right? That feels so good to be there because we know we're helping people, right? And it feels good to help without condition. And yet we know we got to make money, right? We know we got to pay the bills. Ooh. Yeah, trying to control it. We're trying to control it. A little bit too much control. It's saying to me, surrender. It's you got to surrender to. Okay, more, please. Surrender. Because to me, you may be resisting in some way. Definite need for healing. So surrender to your healing. That's what it's. I was trying to figure out what they wanted, what the surrender was about. Surrender to your healing so you can begin and go towards that passionate and creative, light working, getting your inspiration back. That's what this is. Letting go of control and allowing yourself to heal here, because you're feeling very depleted and depressed, possibly struggling with feeling. You probably have some energy vampires in your life, possibly. Need to heal. And healing is a process, right? What does healing look like? Well, we cry. We curl up in a ball and we cry. We process. But the message is, the gentle nudge is, we can't stay there. We can't stay there. We have got to somehow walk out of the cave into the light at some point. And they're wanting, because they want you, this is going to be you, you're going to be inspired again. You are moving towards inspiration. Anything else, please, for our divine feminines? This has been a nice read. They're saying take some action. Take some action. Communicate. What else, please? We've got a Knight of Wands and a Knight of Swords. They want you working. They're working together as in a community. That could be. Ooh, cards just. And some choice, maybe some indecision here around whatever this forward movement is, this passionate new beginning. You want to take action. They're asking you to take action. There'll be a need to work with others, whether that's in a community or communicate. So communicating with, like I do, Tarot, communicating in a group. So it's exactly what I'm doing with you. But there's some indecision around it, this Two of Cups. Maybe you have several modalities, and that's your indecision. Is that what this Two of Cups in reverse is? What is this Two of Cups in reverse? Is this indecision around their... Maybe you've got several, like maybe you're a Reiki healer, maybe you're a massage therapist, maybe you do remote healing of some kind. Decision about leaving something behind Leaving your so indecision possibly about leaving your 3D life behind is causing anguish. Whoa, 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 whoa. Too many cards flying out. Okay, one final card here. Let's see what we can get as a just something. Just something. What do you got for us, Spirit? Just give us something. What can you... Well, there it is. Page of Cups. A message, an apology, something around the heart. New ideas. New emotional ideas. You almost feel like this path is going to happen. You almost feel like it's when pigs fly, because I love it. It's got that little pig on there with wings. When pigs fly, I'm going to be able to do my spiritual light worker work. Card on the Page of Cups, please. I said that was a final, but now I want more. Yeah, it's your mindset. There's mindset. What was I just saying? Mindset. 8 of Swords. Gotta get... The fear is holding you back, and that's no surprise, right? What holds us all back but fear? But there's a need to look at your thoughts around your path and how they're holding you back. Limiting beliefs. So now that we're talking limiting beliefs, let's go ahead and pull that limiting belief card. Why not? What is the limiting belief here, please? What is limiting belief, please, for our Divine Feminines? Could be a variety of fears, right? A variety of fears. Okay. Spirit, please. What is... Oh, that was pretty... What can I... Oh, this one comes up so darn often, but because it's so right. What can I burn? Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism. The images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. Let me dig out from under here. It's time for a rebirth. Where was I? La, 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 la. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free, your wings are ready, use them. Make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? And I think that looking at the past is showing up in your 5D, which I find fascinating. Yeah. What can you burn? What can you let go of as far as shame, self-judgment, the harsh inner critic, the pain that has been perpetrated on you, and where can you be accountable? All the lies, all the fear. Wow. One more. Anything else, Colette Baron Reed? Anything else from our Colette Baron Reed deck? Why not? Like I said, we're having fun today. We're having fun with this reading. So let's see. The struggle between the 3D and the 5D. It's real. It's real in the 3D. It's more real than in the 5D. We're already celebrating in the 5D. We already know our timeline in the 5D. We're like, yeah, we got this. In the 3D, it's where the doubts and the fears lie. In the 8 of Swords, right? Did the 8 of Swords show up twice? Yep. 8 of Swords showed up twice, my friends. Twice. So, limiting beliefs. What's going on with Colette Baron Reed today? Unfinished symphony. Something keeps coming. Some unfinished symphony keeps showing up. Some story. Yes, it's a 10 card. We'll read it because Colette Baron Reed is a badass, right? She's so good at this. We'll read. 10. This is a time to tie up loose ends as you near the completion of a cycle or project and a mastery of lesson or skill. Before you can move forward, it's important that you will come to terms with where you are now. Practice radical acceptance. This is kind of mirroring this message right here. What can I burn? Take inventory so that emotional and psychological closure can occur and the answers you seek will be found. You can't move forward if you are leaving things unfinished. Reflect on what has passed so that the symphony can finally end on a high note. So here, this card comes into play as well. Reflecting on the past. You got unfinished symphony, you got the World card. You are about to step into this 5D reality. It's kind of like feeling like you're in a pressure cooker, right? That's kind of how I've been feeling. Very much pressure cooker, like you're birthing, like you're going through the birth canal. That can't feel good, right? Going through that birth canal, that's quite a skinny little portal there, right? So I feel what you're feeling. The beauty is that in the 5D, we already know that our timeline is, we're jumping a timeline. We're ready to move into that 5D. I love it. So there's some minor unfinished business. It's some last minute things. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear about your spiritual journey. I really would. Please comment, like, subscribe, share. If you do comment, you get entered to win a free reading with me. Okay? Thanks for being here. Bye now.